Are you noticing a subtle, unsettling shift in your body? Perhaps a new struggle to rise from your favorite chair, needing that extra push from your knees? Or maybe climbing stairs feels less like a natural ascent and more like a heavy lifting session at the gym? And then there are those unnerving moments when your balance falters, even just crossing the living room. If these experiences resonate, you might be telling yourself, it's just part of getting older. But what if I told you that thought could be robbing you of your independence, and the truth is far more empowering than you imagine? What if these seemingly minor struggles aren't simply the inevitable march of time, but rather a silent alarm bell ringing within your body? This isn't just aging, it's one of the earliest, most insidious indicators of age-related muscle loss, a condition known as sarcopenia. It creeps in unnoticed, without pain or obvious swelling, until one day, the simple act of standing up becomes a daunting challenge, requiring assistance. The good news, the truly transformative news, is that reclaiming your leg strength and vitality might be far simpler than you ever dared to hope. Imagine restoring the spring in your step, the confidence in your stride, not through grueling workouts or expensive therapies, but with the power of just 3 essential vitamins, acting like a master key to unlock your body's innate strength, and in a matter of days. This isn't some fleeting health trend or whispered rumor. We're talking about clinically investigated, research-backed science refined over decades of professional experience. In this video, we're diving deep into the 3 vital vitamins every senior needs, unveiling how their deficiencies silently erode your strength and leave your legs feeling weak and heavy. More importantly, I'll reveal exactly how to safely and effectively combine them for a rapid and remarkable recovery. Stick with me until the very end, because I'll also share a powerful vitamin regimen that most people completely overlook, yet it holds the potential to dramatically enhance your well-being. Your body undergoes a fascinating, albeit gradual, transformation as you age. After the age of 60, bones can become more fragile, blood flow tends to slow, and crucially, your muscles begin to lose their vigor, particularly those in your legs. It's a widespread misconception that these changes are just a normal part of getting older. Most people simply don't realize that this initial weakness often manifests in the legs, making even straightforward actions like standing or walking feel unusually difficult. The American Geriatric Society highlights a startling fact: individuals over 60 can lose between 1% and 3% of their muscle mass annually, even if they maintain a healthy diet and generally feel well. This means that within a mere 5 years, you could unknowingly lose up to 15% of your leg strength, impacting your daily life in ways you might not even attribute to muscle loss. So, why does this silent decline happen? There are 3 primary contributors. First and foremost are vitamin deficiencies. As we age, our digestive systems become less efficient at absorbing vital nutrients, partly because our stomachs produce less acid. This often leads to alarmingly low levels of critical vitamins such as D3, B12, and thiamine, vitamin B1, all indispensable for robust nerve transmission and powerful muscular contractions. The second major factor is poor blood circulation. When your circulation slows, your legs receive a diminished supply of oxygen and essential nutrients. The consequence? Early fatigue, frequent and often painful cramps, and that pervasive feeling of heavy, tired legs. Finally, reduced physical activity plays a significant role. Seniors often naturally decrease their walking distance or avoid stairs, leading to a gradual weakening and shrinking of leg muscles. Without the correct nutritional support, even regular movement struggles to fully regenerate muscle tissue, creating a vicious cycle of decline. The truly empowering news, however, is that you can dramatically restore your leg strength in a matter of days by replenishing these 3 often deficient vitamins. Let's now meticulously examine each vitamin and uncover its remarkable impact on your body, starting with the one that many seniors are unknowingly neglecting. Vitamin D3, the master switch for renewed muscle power. Think of vitamin D3 as far more than just another vitamin. It's a master switch, a critical activator that reactivates your entire neurological, skeletal, and muscular system. Here lies the often missed issue. Your body's ability to produce this indispensable nutrient plummets dramatically after the age of 60. Your skin becomes thinner, your liver and kidneys become less efficient at converting vitamin D, and most people simply spend less time exposed to the sun. As a direct consequence, your body quietly begins to shut down vital systems. Your muscles weaken, your legs feel heavy and sluggish, and your movements become slow and deliberate. Most concerningly, you may start experiencing subtle losses in balance, all because of an underlying yet profound deficiency in this fundamental requirement, vitamin D3. What makes vitamin D3 so incredibly crucial? It's not just about bones, though it absolutely facilitates calcium absorption, which is vital for strong, healthy bones. That's merely the beginning. D3 also ensures that your muscle fibers contract efficiently and powerfully, allowing your nerves to transmit information smoothly and rapidly. Crucially, it actively works to prevent muscle atrophy, that subtle and relentless wasting away of muscle tissue that accelerates with age. Without sufficient D3, your body becomes unreliable and weak, much like the failing gears of an old, neglected machine. How can you tell if you might be deficient in vitamin D3? The signs are often subtle and easily mistaken for general aging, a noticeable weakness in your legs, especially when climbing stairs, persistent exhaustion from even short periods of standing or walking, uncomfortable leg cramps at night, difficulty turning quickly or stepping rapidly, and even significant pain in your hips, knees, or heels. Some individuals might also report mild anxiety, increased irritability, or trouble falling asleep at night. These seemingly disparate symptoms are, in fact, classic early indicators of vitamin D3 inadequacy, yet they are all too frequently dismissed as merely getting older. But what does science say? Researchers at the University of Birmingham in the United Kingdom conducted a study involving individuals over 65. The results were compelling. After just 5 days of supplementing with 800 IU of vitamin D3, participants experienced an average 19% increase in leg strength. Furthermore, another Chinese study revealed that seniors who incorporated a D3 supplement into their routine, coupled with even minimal exercise, showed significant improvements in both their leg power and overall balance. The evidence continues to mount. Researchers at Harvard's Geriatric Research Center discovered that older individuals with lower vitamin D3 levels were a staggering 40% more likely to suffer a fall or require hospitalization compared to those with healthy D3 levels. The message is undeniably clear. Vitamin D3 is a guardian of your independence, protecting not just your bone structure, but your entire musculoskeletal vitality. So, how exactly does it work its magic? When your D3 levels are brought back into their optimal range, your body absorbs calcium far more efficiently, stimulating the growth of new, robust muscle fibers. It enhances muscle contraction and speeds up response times, significantly reduces latent inflammation within muscle tissue, and facilitates smoother, pain-free movement throughout your entire body. Simply put, vitamin D3 acts as a powerful reactivator, bringing your joints and muscles back to life. What is the recommended dosage for healthy individuals over 60? Experts generally advise a daily intake of 800 to 1,000 international units, IU. For those with a history of falls or who exhibit clear signs of frailty, a higher dosage of about 500 to 2,000 IU per day is often recommended. For optimal absorption, always take vitamin D3 in the morning or early afternoon, preferably after a meal that includes healthy fats, such as salmon, eggs, or olive oil. Remember, D3 is fat-soluble, so fat is key for absorption. Crucially, D3 should never be taken immediately before bed as it can interfere with sleep patterns. Can you get enough D3 from food alone? Regrettably, it's exceptionally challenging for most. Let's look at the numbers. A 100-gram serving of fatty fish might offer around 500 IU. A single egg provides a mere 40 IU. A glass of fortified milk contains approximately 100 IU. To achieve the recommended 1,000 IU from food alone, most seniors would need to consume an unrealistic quantity of fatty fish, eggs, and fortified milk every single day. For this reason, supplemental vitamin D3 is often not just beneficial, but truly necessary. Who should immediately consider adding a vitamin D3 supplement to their routine? If you are over 60, spend limited time outdoors, feel unsteady on your feet, have a history of falls, suffer from osteoporosis or chronic joint discomfort, or follow a plant-based diet low in dairy and fish, vitamin D3 should be a primary focus. A few critical warnings. While D3 is generally safe, excessive use over extended periods can lead to problems. Long-term intake of more than 4,000 IU per day without medical supervision can potentially lead to issues such as headaches, constipation, or nausea, kidney stones due to elevated calcium levels, or even abnormal heartbeats in sensitive individuals. The crucial takeaway here is to use the appropriate dosage at the right time and consistently monitor your levels. Vitamin D3 is the foundational key to helping older individuals restore their leg strength, acting as a profound switch that reactivates muscle systems that have subtly slowed down over time. When taken correctly, you can experience a noticeable difference in just a few days, manifesting as stronger legs, lighter steps, and a renewed sense of confidence in every movement. Vitamin B12, restoring balance, nerve health, and leg confidence. Let's now turn our attention to vitamin B12, one of the most critical yet frequently overlooked supplements for individuals over 60. You might already know B12 as a vitamin vital for memory and overall vitality. However, what many people don't realize is its profound role in the intricate communication network between your brain and your muscles, particularly those in your legs. It's absolutely essential for maintaining healthy nerves, ensuring coordinated movements, and supporting quick, accurate reflexes. When your B12 levels fall, the vital link between your brain and muscles becomes compromised, and it's your lower body that often experiences the earliest and most noticeable symptoms. What happens when your B12 levels are low? You might experience a range of unsettling symptoms, including burning, tingling, or numbness in your feet, a noticeable weakness in your legs, especially when standing or walking, or a pervasive feeling that your legs are asleep or simply not responding as they should. Difficulty balancing even on level ground, feeling consistently unsteady, or needing assistance to walk are all telltale signs if your B12 levels are suboptimal. Beyond physical symptoms, some individuals also report mood swings, mild sadness, forgetfulness, and a persistent brain fog. These symptoms often emerge gradually, leading many seniors to mistakenly believe they are simply an unavoidable part of aging. In reality, they are classic indicators of a B12 deficiency. Why is this deficiency so common among seniors? There are two primary reasons. Firstly, inadequate absorption. As we age, our stomachs naturally produce less acid, particularly if you're taking medications that suppress stomach acid, such as ranitidine or omeprazole. This low-acid environment makes it significantly harder for your body to extract B12 from the foods you eat. Secondly, dietary restrictions play a role. Vitamin B12 is almost exclusively found in animal products like meat, fish, eggs, and dairy. If you consume less meat or follow a predominantly plant-based diet, you are inherently more vulnerable to deficiency. Even with a seemingly healthy diet, your body may simply not absorb enough, which explains why B12 insufficiency is so prevalent in people over 60. What does the scientific community conclude? Numerous studies have powerfully demonstrated the impact of inadequate B12 on the mobility of older individuals. A study from Oxford University in the United Kingdom revealed that seniors aged 65 and older with low B12 levels walked more slowly, exhibited significantly worse balance, and were more than twice as likely to fall in the following year compared to those with normal levels. Furthermore, a randomized clinical trial published in the Journal of Gerontology administered 1,000 micrograms of vitamin B12 per day to seniors for 8 weeks. Following supplementation, participants reported less numbness and instability, improved lower body strength, and notably faster reaction times. Beyond helping you think more clearly, B12 is crucial for keeping your body balanced and perfectly coordinated. How does vitamin B12 perform these vital functions in the body? It promotes the formation of the protective myelin sheath that insulates your nerves, ensuring rapid and precise signal transmission. B12 is also indispensable for red blood cell production, which enhances oxygen supply to muscular tissues. It plays a key role in energy metabolism, ensuring quick, accurate signals flow from your brain to your muscles. Essentially, B12 ensures your muscles receive the energy and clear instructions they need to function optimally. When you are deficient in B12, your nerves malfunction, your muscles misinterpret commands, and your legs begin to feel disconnected and unreliable. Who is most likely to be affected by B12 insufficiency? If you are over 60, regularly use antacids or acid blockers, follow a low-meat or vegetarian diet, take metformin for diabetes, suffer from digestive disorders such as gastritis or IBS, frequently consume alcohol, or have undergone weight reduction or gastrointestinal surgery, you are at a significantly higher risk for low B12 levels. If any of these describe you, it is absolutely worthwhile to get a quick blood test to determine your B12 status. There are also frequently overlooked indicators. Some individuals may not experience the typical tingling or numbness. Instead, they might become unusually clumsy, dropping objects more often, experiencing slight headaches, persistent fatigue that isn't alleviated by rest, or sporadic pains or a buzzing sensation in their feet. All of these are subtle but important warning signs that your body is attempting to communicate. The sooner you act, the more quickly you can recover. What is the recommended dosage of B12? A daily dosage of 500 to 1,000 micrograms of methylcobalamin is considered both safe and effective for individuals over 60. Why methylcobalamin? Because it is the active form of vitamin B12, meaning your body can utilize it immediately without needing to convert it. This is particularly beneficial for seniors, as conversion rates tend to decrease with age. It's available in various forms, including chewables, sprays, and sublingual tablets that dissolve beneath the tongue. For best absorption, it's advisable to take it in the morning or with lunch, as coffee and tea can interfere with its uptake. Can eating alone provide you with enough B12? In principle, yes. In reality, however, it is often improbable for seniors. Here's the typical B12 content in common foods. 3 ounces of beef liver contain around 70 micrograms. 3 ounces of salmon, about 4.5 micrograms. 1 large egg, a mere 0.5 micrograms. And 1 cup of milk, approximately 1 microgram. To meet your daily needs, you would therefore need to consume substantial quantities of fish, dairy products, or liver every single day. For the majority of seniors, a supplement proves to be the more practical and reliable choice. Is it secure? B12 is a water-soluble vitamin, meaning any excess is naturally flushed out of your body. It is extremely safe even at high dosages, with no known lethal amount in healthy individuals. However, if you are currently taking blood thinners or have chronic kidney problems, it is always wise to consult your doctor before starting any new supplement. Otherwise, B12 supplements are among the safest and most efficient ways for most people to boost energy, enhance nerve function, and regain precise control over their legs. The real impact is often told in true stories. Thanks to this often overlooked vitamin, many older individuals report feeling more steady when walking, regaining sensation in their feet, standing up with greater confidence, and even experiencing better sleep once their nerve-related symptoms subside. Vitamin B12 is not just a brain vitamin, it is fundamentally a movement vitamin. It reestablishes that crucial connection between your body and brain. And when those lines are clear, your legs feel stronger, your muscles react more quickly, and your confidence returns in full measure. So, if you've been experiencing unusual sensations, limb weakness, or balance issues, do not disregard them. Investigate your B12 levels and give your nerves the vital nourishment they've been craving. Vitamin B1, thiamine, the secret of anti-fatigue and muscle energy. You now understand how vitamin D3 helps build muscle power and how vitamin B12 facilitates seamless nerve-to-leg communication. However, there's one more critical piece to this intricate puzzle, and that is thiamine, also known as vitamin B1. Vitamin B1 provides the actual electricity, the raw energy that your muscles demand to move. If D3 turns on the lights and B12 connects the lines, then your muscles simply cannot function without B1. Without thiamine, your body runs out of fuel, even if your bones are robust and your nerves are perfectly sharp. So, what exactly is vitamin B1, and why does it matter so profoundly? Vitamin B1, or thiamine, is absolutely essential for energy metabolism. This means it plays a pivotal role in converting the food you eat, particularly carbohydrates, into ATP, the usable energy currency of your cells. Every single movement, every breath you take, every muscular contraction is powered by ATP. And because your legs house some of the largest muscle groups in your body, they require a constant and abundant supply of this energy. When your thiamine levels are low, your muscles feel heavy, fatigue easily, and recover poorly from even minimal movement. What are the telltale symptoms of a possible vitamin B1 deficiency? Many individuals over 60 describe these early signs: legs that feel weak or profoundly exhausted, even after little activity, cramping in the muscles, particularly in the feet or calves, a dragging, heavy sensation when moving, experiencing breathlessness or dyspnea when ascending stairs, occasionally feeling lightheaded or unusually drained after standing up. Some people may also experience mental exhaustion, a distinct lack of appetite, and an overall lack of motivation to move. These are classic indicators of a slowed muscle metabolism, and thiamine often plays a significant role in their onset. What causes thiamine deficiency in the elderly? Several factors contribute. One is a reduction in absorption. As we age, our digestive system's ability to absorb thiamine from meals declines. Secondly, certain medications can be culprits. Diuretics, frequently prescribed for heart problems or high blood pressure, can cause thiamine to be flushed out through urine. Additionally, antibiotics and metformin, a common diabetes medication, can also negatively affect thiamine levels. Thirdly, alcohol consumption. Even modest amounts of common alcohol like wine or beer can significantly hamper a senior's ability to absorb thiamine. Lastly, a suboptimal diet. Many processed foods are stripped of thiamine, and if your diet is low in whole grains or legumes, your intake can easily be insufficient. What does the research conclude? A 2021 study from Tokyo University examined over 300 older participants, finding that more than 30% had low thiamine levels. Crucially, these individuals exhibited significantly less leg strength, moved more slowly, and frequently complained of muscle weariness. The majority demonstrated a noticeable increase in energy, walking distance, and ease of stair climbing following thiamine supplementation. Another compelling study published in the Neurological Sciences journal focused on patients with persistent leg fatigue. They received 100 milliliters of thiamine daily, and after just 7 days, 82% reported improved endurance, while 68% experienced less heaviness and leg pain, all without any adverse effects. In what specific ways does thiamine support your legs? Vitamin B1 powers the Krebs cycle, your body's primary energy-producing mechanism. This enables your muscle cells to generate ATP more rapidly, recover more quickly from movements, and maintain their strength and tone throughout the day. Furthermore, thiamine facilitates the transfer of nerve signals, particularly in the peripheral nerves that govern your legs and feet. Without sufficient thiamine, it's like trying to operate a car without gasoline. All the components are there, but nothing moves efficiently. What is the required amount of thiamine? The suggested daily dose is quite modest, just 1.2 mg per day for men and 1.1 mg per day for women. However, significantly larger doses are frequently utilized for therapeutic benefit in older persons experiencing symptoms. Doctors often advise seniors with nerve problems, chronic fatigue, or leg weakness to take 50 to 100 milligrams daily. The good news is that since thiamine is water-soluble, any surplus can be safely eliminated by your urine. When and how is the best time to take it? Consume thiamine in the morning to support increased energy levels throughout the day. It should always be taken with food, ideally one that contains some healthy fat or protein. Avoid taking it with alcohol, coffee, or black tea, as these beverages may obstruct absorption. Can bones be obtained through diet alone? Yes, but you must be quite deliberate. Excellent sources of thiamine include whole grains like brown rice or oats, legumes such as beans and lentils, sunflower seeds, and organ and pork meats. However, the majority of seniors often do not consume enough of these foods on a daily basis, and certain diseases or medications can further impede absorption. Therefore, if you're unsure about your intake or have recently experienced unusual fatigue, a supplement can be a more reliable option. Who ought to consider taking thiamine supplements? Your thiamine levels should be checked or simply restored with a safe daily dose. If you have type 2 diabetes, consume alcohol frequently, take diuretics, metformin, or acid-blocking drugs, experience leg weariness even with light exertion, or have experienced unexplained weight loss or loss of appetite, is it secure? Indeed, even at large dosages, thiamine is known to be remarkably safe and is regarded as one of the safest supplements for senior citizens. However, before beginning high-dose thiamine, always consult with your physician, especially if you are on medication or have existing liver or kidney issues. The actual outcomes are often profound. Many seniors report feeling significantly more energized after just 3 to 5 days of taking thiamine. Their legs feel lighter, walking becomes easier, climbing stairs is less taxing, and the natural desire to be active and move spontaneously returns. It's akin to adding premium fuel to an engine that has been sputtering for years. In conclusion, vitamin B1 might not be a showstopper. It receives far less attention compared to D3 or B12. However, it can be the crucial, often missing component that makes all the difference for older folks who are battling energy problems, pervasive muscle weariness, or that heavy feeling in their legs. It provides the very power for your muscles, restores your drive, and grants you the strength, purpose, and ease to navigate your day. Do not ignore thiamine if you feel exhausted, weighed down, or subtly disengaged from your body. Sometimes, the simplest nutrients can have the most profound impact. The Synergy Secret: how to combine these 3 vitamins for maximum impact. Now that you possess a deep understanding of the individual ways vitamin D3, vitamin B12, and vitamin B1, thiamine, bolster your muscles and overall well-being, the next crucial question arises: how can you intelligently combine these powerhouse nutrients for optimal benefit? The answer lies in a simple yet effective strategy that prioritizes timing and consistency. Let's begin by discussing the ideal timing for each vitamin. Vitamin D3 is best taken in the morning, immediately following breakfast, particularly if your meal includes healthy fats like yogurt, eggs, or a small amount of avocado. This is because D3 is a fat-soluble vitamin and requires fat for efficient absorption into your system. Vitamin B12 is most effective when taken in the early afternoon or around midday. Since B12 also promotes alertness, taking it too late in the day may potentially interfere with your sleep patterns. Importantly, do not take it with tea or coffee, as these beverages can impede its absorption. Finally, vitamin B1, thiamine, is your morning fuel. Consume it with your very first meal of the day, ideally a hearty breakfast that includes whole grains and some protein. This will effectively support your energy levels throughout the entire day and can even contribute to improved mental focus. Here's a basic, practical illustration of an everyday regimen. For breakfast, consider a small bowl of Greek yogurt, 1 boiled egg, 1 vitamin D3 capsule, and 1 vitamin B1 tablet. For lunch, a meal consisting of steamed vegetables, grilled salmon, or tofu, paired with 1 vitamin B12 tablet or lozenge. With this thoughtful configuration, your body receives the proper nutrients in the right amounts, delivered precisely when they can be most effectively utilized. What about taking a multivitamin? If you currently take a multivitamin, it's absolutely essential to carefully read the label, as many senior formulas unfortunately underdose these critical nutrients. Ensure your multivitamin explicitly provides the recommended quantities of thiamine, B1, B12, and D3. Additionally, keep in mind that certain multivitamins contain a mix of water-soluble and fat-soluble vitamins. Therefore, it is still generally recommended to take them with meals, preferably at lunch or in the morning, and never on an empty stomach, to enhance absorption and minimize potential stomach upset. Finally, and this is crucial, it's not always true that more is better. Always consult your doctor or pharmacist and adhere strictly to prescribed dosages, particularly if you have a chronic illness or are currently taking other medications. When taken as directed, this powerful trio of vitamins functions like a finely tuned machine, meticulously working to restore the strength, balance, and vitality to your legs and, ultimately, to your life. Essential safeguards: navigating your vitamin journey safely. Vitamins, much like any powerful instrument, are remarkably effective at reviving health and vitality, but they absolutely must be utilized with careful consideration and knowledge. As you embark on this journey to reclaim your strength, here are some crucial safety precautions to keep in mind, especially if you are over 60. First and foremost, never increase the dosage on your own. The natural origin of these vitamins does not mean that more is always better. Taking 2 or 3 times the prescribed dose will not yield faster or superior results. In fact, it can be counterproductive and even harmful. For example, vitamin D3 is fat-soluble. Over time, taking excessive amounts, 4,000 IU or more per day, without medical supervision can lead to dangerously high calcium levels in your blood. This can manifest as kidney stones, persistent constipation, nausea, or even mental disorientation. Secondly, exercise extreme caution if you have existing kidney or liver issues. These vital organs are primarily responsible for breaking down and eliminating excess vitamins from your body. If they are not functioning optimally, even standard dosages can accumulate and potentially lead to adverse effects. Therefore, it is imperative to consult your doctor before beginning any new supplements, especially fat-soluble ones like D3, if you have been diagnosed with chronic kidney disease, fatty liver, or any other serious ailment. Thirdly, it's surprisingly easy to overlook certain subtle adverse effects of vitamins. For instance, taking large amounts of vitamin B6 for months at a time, though uncommon with the vitamins discussed here, can result in tingling or numbness in your hands and feet. While rare, unmonitored overuse is particularly prone to causing such issues long before more serious problems arise. Similarly, too much vitamin D3 can sometimes produce headaches, muscle cramping, or a poor appetite. Always remain vigilant for any minor changes in your mood or physical well-being, particularly if they emerge after you start taking a new vitamin. Lastly, make it a point to get your blood levels measured. If you are taking D3 or B12 on a long-term basis, a simple blood test every 6 to 12 months is an incredibly smart idea. This crucial step helps ensure that you are not inadvertently taking too many or too few supplements, confirming that you remain within the safe and effective therapeutic range. In conclusion, incorporating vitamins into your routine can undoubtedly enhance your quality of life, but the secret lies in being wise, knowledgeable, and cautious, particularly as we navigate the aging process. When taken as directed, these 3 simple nutrients hold the power to profoundly transform your strength, mobility, and independence. Let's pause and reflect for a moment. If your legs have been feeling unsteady, heavy, or weak lately, remember this. It's not just age, it's not your imagination, and most significantly, it's not irreversible. We've seen today how vitamin D3 fortifies your bones and muscles, acting as a master switch to reignite your power. We've explored how vitamin B12 meticulously improves your nerves and balance, restoring the vital communication pathways in your body. And we've uncovered how vitamin B1, thiamine, replenishes your energy and stamina, fueling your muscles for effortless movement. Together, these 3 fundamental vitamins form a potent trio, a formidable alliance that can help you reclaim your strength, your confidence, and your freedom of movement.